Hey guys, what's going on? So here we are in my basement at my layout, and now I know most of you have never seen me, maybe a little bit on Facebook, but and forgive me, I keep looking at the screen. So it's definitely been a little while since I posted a video. I really apologize for that. I've been really busy with work. Um, but with that being said, I'm home for today, and then I head back out tomorrow, hopefully for the next or for the last week for a little bit. So some things have definitely changed on the layout. I've got some videos recorded that I just need to edit and get posted. But like I said, I've just been extremely busy. Um, so for starters, we've got an ESU cab control, a bunch of other engines that have shown up recently that no one has seen on the layout yet. So a bunch of videos, a bunch of things for me to do, for you guys to see. There's one thing that has been sent out and come back. Actually, two things. For one, my Athearn Genesis Promontory Big Boy was sent out and has come back. I had an issue with that where it was like really grinding when it was going around the turns. It was just, I forget exactly what they said now, but they said something along the lines that something was hitting one of the cylinders, so they fixed that and sent it back. And then the other thing that was sent out was my Southern Pacific Daylight, by MTH. I was upset whenever I first pulled that out of the box just a little under a year ago. And I turned it on and that smoke unit made that horrible noise. So I reached out to them after I made the video on it and sent it out. And I mean, obviously things right now with MTH are definitely kind of, well, it's not as hush hush now as it once was, but we all know they're shutting down, and some other news has come out as of today. Sorry, hares. Gonna love it having dogs. But their warranty work is no longer as good as it once was, if it ever was as good as it should have been. But so I sent it down. A couple months later, finally got it back, and I was traumatized. I got it back after, like I said, I think it was like 2 or 3 months that it was gone. The whistle had been cut off, like physically cut off with a pair of side cutters. Railings broken. It was never fixed, and it didn't work. It worked for about 5 seconds, and then everything just stopped working. The smoke whistle fan, or the fan for the smoke unit for the whistle, was just like stuck on high, and I couldn't get it to turn off. So I contacted them, and I was notified that it was pretty much a fried decoder. So I sent it back down again, and now I'm just waiting on that to come back. But let's see here. Like I said, several new engines have shown up. A lot of them of which you're going to see today. This is kind of a welcome to the layout video, as well as a goodbye MTH video. So today is January 31st, 2021. Happy New Year's to everybody. And also, while I'm at it, to those of you who have subscribed to my channel, I really appreciate it. We're slowly growing. I think we're at like 33 subscribers, so that's way more than I ever expected to ever get. So yeah, MTH is gone. They shut their doors, I believe they said in May. So as it turns out, they have decided to sell their molds to several companies. They're still a little quiet on who's got their G and their O. But we do know for a fact as of today that Scaletrains has purchased their molds for their HO locomotives. So that would be their diesels and their steam engines, as well as their passenger cars, as well as their S. Which I'll be honest, I really didn't know that they made stuff for S. And that's probably because of the fact that I don't really model S. Don't know much about S. So, yeah. But they're also going to be getting their track. So, from the video that I was watching today, they're excited because that means that gives them the opportunity to make kits. So, kind of like what you can buy from like Bachman or Kato for some HO, mainly N. So I mean, like you get like a power pack, some track, an engine, a couple cars. So they're excited about that. But so I guess let's get down to it. Let me go ahead and do this little farewell video of all my MTH engines that I have. And some of the cars that I have, I'm not going to put all my cars on. But yeah, all right, here we go. All right, guys, so first things first is a new engine that you guys have not seen yet. It is my Union Pacific Heritage unit for Missouri, number 1982. And it is being accompanied by 2 out of several of my Bessemer Iron Ore cars. Another set of cars that no one has seen yet. That is going to be intended for a unit that is, or a brass engine that is being painted right now. More to come of that later. Alright, so the next engine that you guys have not seen yet is my Union Pacific Heritage unit for the Western Pacific. I just got this one in a couple days ago, along with the Missouri unit. This is also a bone stock Proto Sound 3 unit. It's in really nice shape. Just needs cleaned off a little bit. Alright, next one on the list is another brand new engine that you guys have yet to see. I just picked this one up. This is the MTH Veterans Unit from CSX from 1776. Still bone stock Proto Sound 3. Real quick little review over it. You can see working ditch lights, working headlight that dims down, the number boards light up. There is cab figurines in there along with the American flag on the side. Really nice digital panel. It says CSX Private Service on the side. It says honoring our veterans. And then on the back side, no ditch lights here. You got 1776 number boards up there. Same thing with the headlight here. It dims down and brightens up once you tell it to go. And it's also got a really nice American flag up on the top. next unit is you guessed it right, CSX First Responders Unit, also by MTH. Stop police on 3, flashing ditch lights, working headlight, number boards light up, headlight comes down the same way, has cab figurines in there. The only difference between Scaletrains and MTH's unit is it does not have the firing in the side window. Pull it up a little bit more. With the CSX plan service on the side, with the EMS, firefighters, and police in the center. It says honoring our first responders on the top. And there's the rear. Alright, and so for my final GEVO by MTH, if you could have guessed it, you win the golden ticket. It is the Honoring Our Law Enforcement Unit with the red and blue flashing ditch lights. This is another really nice unit that they did. I will say it is not up to par of the Scaletrains one, but still very incredibly done. Red and blue ditch lights, headlight that does dim down, cat figurines. It's got a nice badge right there in the center. It appears that the number boards aren't working perfectly, but I can always fix that. It's got the protect and serve on the side, as well as 911, CSX Pride and Service, the fire department, police, and paramedics, honoring our law enforcement, and then on the rear, it has CSXT, police with another star badge. It says 3194 with 911 on the back. Very nice details. So that covers these 3 brand new units that they did. See the blue line flag there. So I will do another video on these 3 units here coming up. Alright, and now for a unit that many of you have seen, if you follow me on Facebook or anything like that. This is my MTH non-stock. It is very loud. SD70 4141. This one does have rope sound in it. I'm going to be working with a couple guys on making some speakers for these units that are mounted on the fuel tanks that can actually handle the sound. As you can see there, I put a cab light in here. The number boards do not light up. Headlight is aftermarket, dish lights are aftermarket. Now I know technically, along with all these Union Pacific engines, the ditch lights are not supposed to flash, but if you want them to be prototypical, but I prefer them to flash. So in my opinion, to each their own, my layout. Just like all the other XC70s and GEVOs, this does have cab figurines in there. So that's this unit. Alright guys, so for our next one, I believe this is, actually technically this is another video that is still on the table to be brought up. This is another custom build done by me. Union Pacific, 1943. She's running load signs. She's got load sign 5 in her. I changed the ditch lights out, headlights out, number boards out, added a cab light. You can see there, still see 1943, see the cab figurines in there. The only thing I'm not done yet to this unit, and if I do, I will switch to a 21 pin decoder or step lights as well as ground effect lights. Really nice unit here. She's running dual sugar cube speakers from ESU. And supporting our troops, and with her she's also pulling as many of the MTH cars that I could get for her. Sadly, I don't have all of them. Spirit of the Union Pacific, Palmia, Air Force, Navy, and the Coast Guard. I'm still looking for the Army and the Marines, as well as the car specifically designed for this 1943. Alright, and my final MTH engine that I have that is not the Southern Pacific Daylight 4449 is its much newer brother, helping to represent, is the Union Pacific Heritage Unit number 1996. This is still a bone stack Protosan 3 unit. Cool white LEDs for the headlights, ditch lights, as well as number boards are lit. Doesn't want to focus. There we go. This is definitely an older one, but it is still very nice. Alright, and so now this is truly the final engine I'm going to show you tonight. This is the company that has purchased all of MTH's HO and S molds. The one and only Scaletrains unit I have. It is the Southern Pacific number 8357 SD40T-2. This is out of their latest run. As you can see here, this is another brand new engine that I've yet to show you guys. It's got the headlights, it's got the flashing Mars light up top, lit number boards. It's got the classification lights. It's got looks on it. This thing is fully decked out. The only thing it is missing is, well, this unit, since it is the non-lobotomized version, it does have the flashing red light in the front, as well as no walkway lighting as the Rio Grande units have. And also, since it is the non-lobotomized version, it has no ditch lights. But besides that, this unit is absolutely incredible. Scaletrains has done a good job with this unit. I'm just blown away by it. So, with that being said, I wish Scaletrains good luck. they're going to do a really good job at making all of these new MTH engines. So
Because
MTH has done a really good job up till this point. But no one has, okay, not no one, but a lot of people haven't really cared for the Protosound 3 engines. Wow, it's a lot quieter down here with now everything off. But no, to see the detail and the quality that Scaletrains put into their engines, between the SD70s and the GEVOs and the SD40-2s and GP38s and the turbines and everything that they've done, I'm really excited to see what they're going to be capable of doing with the big boy, the Challenger, the cab forward, the 9000s. It's going to be really interesting to see what these guys can come up with. I think the thing that I'm most excited for is the GS4 and GS6s that they're going to be doing. I'm going to put up a list here at the end to show you guys a lot of things that they've picked up from MTH. And the great thing is all this stuff is going to have ESU in it, no more Protosound 3. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. Now, they're still saying this is going to be a year or two out before we even possibly see our first engine. So we still don't know if it's going to be plastic shells or metal shells or die cast or anything like that. All we do know is that they are stating that the cars and the engines that MTH has is somewhat in between the operator and rivet counter series. So if they feel that it's already not up to par to their even rivet counter series, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens once they get a hold of these. And really, in my opinion, I think they're going to blow them out of the water. Athearn did a good job at doing this promontory big boy that I have, even though I do have a lot of complaints about it, mainly, the price of it. But, I mean, the detail on it's pretty decent, but, Scaletrains is going to do a better job. MTH I did a really good job on their big boys, on their Challengers. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. The one big thing that a lot of people were complaining about with the big boy is the fact that, Athearn swore up and down a tree that, with this Genesis model that they were making it 100% as accurate as the actual engine is. It's not. A lot of people complained that there's no lighting on the drivers. I was a little disappointed by that. If they're going to say it's as accurate as it can possibly get, then put the lighting on it. The marker lights and stuff don't work on it. The rear light on it, besides the backup light, doesn't work on it. Whereas Scaletrains is going to make all that work. Hopefully it's going to have the weight. That's probably kind of my only complaint, is I kind of feel like the Scaletrain stuff might be a little light. But with picking up MTH, as long as they go die cast, it's gonna have some weight to it. So let me know what you guys think about this merger. Personally, as you can probably tell, I'm really excited. I did like MTH a lot. I wasn't the biggest fan of their Protosound 3, but, if you don't like it, you can fix it. You can upgrade it. So that's what I've done. But, switching to ESU it's not cheap. So, it's taken me time. I'm purchasing faster than I am, changing out. So it's just, it is what it is. Work's taken me a while to even be home to mess with these things. My poor layout spent most of its time covered up. So, but yeah, like I said, let me know what you think about this merger down in the description below. If you're coming here for the first time and you like what you saw, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up button and maybe in that bell icon. That way you're notified every time that I post. Which hopefully here, like I said, I've got a bunch of videos here in the pipeline. Just gotta get them uploaded. And service and plus Wi-Fi at my house is not the best, so it can sometimes take me a couple of days. So sad to say, I've had the best luck actually out on the road having really good service. So, but alright guys, this is JB Cars signing out. Have a good night. Alright guys, well this is the fallen soldier tribute of all my MTH SD70s, Gevos, and some of the cars that I have. Good luck, Scaletrains.